We don't ask God why we were blessed.
No,
we don't tend to do that much. We don't question the blessings. We don't ask, but we ask why when it's not. And really, it should be the other way around. Meaning, we all are worthy of hell, and we've been saved.
Yes.
So everything we got is a blessing. Everything's
Right.
extra. So we should be asking every day, why'd you bless me, Lord? Why? I don't deserve, but thank you. That's what you. But as far as the other things, we always ask God why. And the Bible gives God gives the answer. I mentioned that. I mean, you brought up that one time when I was here, the very first time, is we were in the wake of the hurricane, that harbinger in the hurricane, and swept our whole building. But it happened actually on 8/28 is when that Hurricane Irene happened. 8/28 it struck us, and then, so people said 8/28, 8/28, 8/28. That's familiar. What is it? It's Romans 8/28,
Yes.
which says God works all things for good, even that. All things. I don't know if you remember Richard Wurmbrand, and Sabrina.
I know him.
They're
Yes.
awesome people, and
Had him on my shows.
Awesome, and they were in the underground church in Romania, and they suffered under that. He was in prison for 14 years,
beaten, his
and yet,
feet were hurt.
Yeah, and yet he came out rejoicing. He came out. He had the greatest times with the Lord in prison. They people of joy, And he said that the Lord said to him when he was in prison, he said he saw in the scripture it said God works all things for good. He saw that, but he said he read it wrong. It's really not God worked all things for good. He learned in prison, God works all things for good. There's nothing that he doesn't work for good. In prison, his ministry was born. God did all those things. And the other thing is that when he was in prison, he said, God, he was complaining. Why? He said, he was a pastor, and he finds himself chained up. He says, why do you, and he heard the Lord say, you're a pastor, but you were running around all the time. I couldn't get you to sit down on my feet, so I had to chain you up. So he's at his feet. And then he said, but Lord, I've been in solitary confinement for 4 years. I haven't seen the sun rise, and you said it rains on but also you cause the sun to rise on the righteous.
That's right.
So even if you don't, and the unrighteous, so even if you don't think I'm righteous, please, why don't I have a sunrise? Why doesn't the sun shine? Why doesn't the sun shine and he said, the Spirit answered, said, you're the light. You shine in the darkness. You're the sunrise. You shine. And he ended up shining to his torturers, and he ended up winning them to the Lord.
Yes.
The sun will shine wherever you shine.
Yeah. Oh,